So the Springboks have just announced their side that will be taking on the Welsh in their first Northern Hemisphere game heading into the Rugby World Cup. It is going to be an exciting contest taking place at the Principality Stadium, and there are a few interesting selections for the Springboks, which we will be looking through in this video. But getting straight into it, front row, Stephen Kitsoff at number 1, Malcolm Marx number 2, and number 3, Frans Malherbe, about as good as it gets for the Springboks. Certainly a dangerous front row, and going up against the Welsh, I believe that this is somewhere that the Springboks will have that advantage due to the scrummaging ability of Kitsoff and Malherbe. The line-out throw of Malcolm Marx is always exciting to watch. He's an accurate man and could have a rolling maul try just around the corner. In the locking duo, they haven't gone with Eben Etzebeth at number 4. Instead, they've gone with Jean Klein again. And then at number 5, they have gone with RG Snyman. So this will be his first start of 2023. He's had a couple opportunities off the bench, but now gets himself that first crack. And speaking of first opportunities, number 6, Sia Khaleesi. It's been a long time since we've seen that man in action, but he now returns into the side. Also takes his captaincy back. I'm looking forward to see what he can do in this game. Of course, for the Springboks, they want to try and avoid as many injuries as possible heading into that Rugby World Cup. I hope that Khaleesi is match fit and doesn't end up with any sort of injury refiring up. But looking through at the rest of the 4-pack, number 7, they have gone with Pieter-Steph du Toit, and number 8, Jesper Wese, which means no Duane Vermeulen in the starting lineup. Instead, finds himself coming off the bench. In the back line, another return for the Boks. That is Jaden Hendrikse. He's been away from the side for quite a bit of time in terms of the starting lineup and reserves, but he's ready to go for this game, trying to get himself some more minutes heading into that Rugby World Cup. And with the fact that they've picked 4 scrum halves, means that every opportunity that you get, you have to take, or else you may just not quite get the game time that you're after. Number 10, a man who's going to be getting a lot of game time in the future, they have gone with Manie Libbok. Now, number 11's where it gets interesting. They've gone with Cheslin Colby here. So no Makazole Mapimpi, no Kurtley Arinsa. Instead, Colby transitions from his normal right wing position out to the left. Now, I don't know whether or not that's a one-time thing for this game, or whether that is something that the Springboks may look to use throughout the Rugby World Cup. We will, of course, have to wait and see, but Cheslin Colby, no matter what side he's on, he's a dangerous player, got that brilliant step on him, and can beat a defender just like that. But looking through at the centres, they have gone with Damien de Lende at number 12, number 13, Ben Jesse Kriel. So the combination that is more than likely going to be what they go with in that Rugby World Cup, that is due to the injury of Lukhanyo. So Jesse Kriel takes that outside centre spot. Number 14, they've gone with the youngster Canon Moody. He had a fantastic game up against Argentina in the first Rugby World Cup warm-up match, and I believe that that game was the one that really confirmed his spot in this Rugby World Cup squad, so he will want to make the most of this opportunity in this warm-up game up against Wales. And then at number 15, to close out the starting lineup, he didn't play in the last game. I don't believe he played in the game prior either, and that is Willie Leroux, who is at number 15. So he'll be fresh, ready to go, and hoping to link up well with Manie Libbok, just like he did throughout the Rugby Championship. But looking through at the bench, number 16, Bongi Mbanambi, number 17, the return of Oxnard. So quite a few changes for the Springboks, most of which coming due to players returning from injury. And then number 18, they have once again gone with Vincent Koch, number 19, Franco Mostert, number 20, Marco van Staren, and number 21, Duane Vermeulen. So the 6-2 split is back for the Springboks. Hopefully no injuries will be occurring throughout this game. We did see very early on in the last game of the Rugby Championship the injury of Grant Williams, which meant they were back down for the rest of that contest. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. And the man who's actually coming off the bench in this game, number 22, it is the return of Grant Williams. So hopefully he gets more than 30 seconds in this contest. Of course, no fault of his own. Unfortunately, got a flying hit to the face, which would sit down a fair majority of people. And then number 23, to close out the side for the Springboks, they have gone with Damian Valimza. The question mark is still whether or not he will come on as a fly half replacement, a fullback replacement, or maybe even something to do with their midfield. But this game, it is going to be kicking off at 2:15 a.m. New Zealand time on Sunday morning. We will be covering it live on the channel, so be sure to check that out. But do let me know what you think of the Springboks side in the comments down below. I will see you all for the next one.